Okay, we can do it. We can go live. Damn, we didn't mess around. Bam. Shit, where is everybody? How come it's just me on the show today? Wouldn't that be great? I tell you guys that Danielle Brandon and what's the other guy's name from Missouri? No, the new guy who took he's been on the show a few times. Taylor Self's friend, Jayson Hopper. Jayson Hopper and Danielle Brandon are supposed to be on the show. Brian Friend is supposed to be on the show. What if this is just a practical joke on me? They all told me they were going to come on, and then they don't come on, so I look like a jackass. 8:31 a.m. on. Oh, there she is. 8:31 a.m. on Thursday
Hello.
morning. The blonde-haired Danielle Brandon is now on the show. Now I have to give the show my undivided attention. You guys, the Sevan Podcast, check it out. Adios. Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you? Where's our guest star?
Jayson Hopper.
Late? Makes sense.
He's scared.
I know he is. I know he's scared. He doesn't want me to expose him.
How Ooh, I like the way that sounds. How was Miami? You were there too?
Yeah. It was a great time. It was awesome.
So what happens? Why were you guys in Miami? It's like weird, like to look on my Instagram and then all these people are just all of a sudden, boom, they're in Miami. Like I don't even think you guys know each other or talk to each other, and then there you guys are all playing in the water
We're all
together.
best friends now. It was Fort Loud Live for filming for the Wadapalooza qualifier.
Oh, okay. When does the qualifier start?
No idea.
So but O'Keefe doesn't represent you, right? And that's his event?
No, I think he really represented all of the athletes except for me. And Tola.
Who?
He doesn't represent. Tola?
Is that a boy or a girl?
A boy. Tola, I fuck up his last name. Like Marenkov or...
That's why Brian's supposed to be here. I don't know where Brian is.
Yeah.
I hope Brian has I hope he has explosive diarrhea or something valid.
Marquinhos. Yes. Strong. Very strong.
Can we see a picture of him, Ryan? Awesome. So what happens? So you're just sitting at home chilling, or you're in the weight room just doing curls, and then like you
Right.
look over at your phone and they're like, "Hey Danielle, they're trying to promote Wadapalooza, and they'll fly you over there, and they'll give you free breakfast and like a stack of 20s. Will you come help promote?"
Basically. Yeah, Cooper messaged me. He texted me. He's like, "Hey, would you want to go to Miami to do some filming for Wadapalooza? Like, no pressure. You don't have to. Because I am still dealing with some shoulder injuries. So he was like, no pressure." And I was like, actually, like, who's going to be there? This sounds like a really good opportunity to just like meet people. So like, why the F would I not go? Especially if they're paying for everything. So, and it was super chill working out. Like, it's not like we did the full workouts when we demoed them.
And they're just looking like for beauty shots and stuff and stuff. They're not like if they're like, "Hey, you have to." Go ahead.
They wanted us to test some of them. Like some of them, they were like, "Okay, well, actually, since you're here, we'd like to get a better idea of the timing." But like all of that's already been done. You know what I mean? This was just like, okay, like let's get an even better idea on some of them.
But also
there was no pressure.
Most of it's like, "Hey, can you guys run into this stadium? We want to film it in slow-mo. Hey, will you dive in the water here? We want to get some beauty shots of you guys like
exactly
dive in the water." Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's awesome.
And like movement standards. Yeah.
You did the movement standards too, huh?
Well, just like showing, like how it should be done.
Is everyone a good mover? This might be a stupid question. Is everyone a good mover, or like do you see like Hopper over there like, "Okay, Hopper shows your squat," and you're like, the rest of you guys are like, "Holy shit, that's not below parallel. That shit ain't gonna fly."
I don't know what one Hopper had to demo. I can't even say it. I can't say it out loud.
Oh, nice catch. Good save.
Oh my gosh. But Hopper, honestly, we're all great movers, I would say. I mean, I haven't seen Hopper move as much, and we can talk about when we did a partner workout, how he was flopping like a crazy man on burpees. He did do that. So that was the time I saw that he did not move very well, but for the most part, yeah.
That's
It's
kind of
impressive.
typical for big men, right? Flopping. I mean, on the
He
burpees.
like his like legs spazzed out and like was all over the place because we did a partner workout and he was just trying to go so fast that like I don't even know what his back legs did on this burpee.
Did
It
you
was
choose
so
him
funny.
as the partner, or did they put you guys together?
They put us together, which was slightly unfair because we had like 8 inches on Christy and Justin.
I have about 8 inches on Brian.
Well, how tall are you?
No, I don't mean
No,
there. I'm shorter
no.
than. No, I don't mean like
Oh
that.
my god. Oh jeez. Oh, perfect timing, Brian.
Brian.
He didn't even
what-
get to be embarrassed.
How is Jayson not here yet?
I don't know, but I was just ripping on your cock and balls.
He really
Online?
was. That's no lie.
So okay,
Scary.
so does that mean that you guys don't have to do the so
Yeah, so that's what like
you don't
we
have to do the qualifier since you know the workouts? You just get an
Most-
invite because
Well, most qualifiers this year are invite only.
oh, you not the qualifiers. You mean the events? Most of the
Or
events
sorry,
are
the
invite.
events. Yeah, most of the events are invite only. Like Dubai, Rogue, I believe Wadapalooza now. And
So-
I mean, if you think about it, all the people that were there were all top 20 in the games.
Oh, okay. I just want to catch Brian up for a second. Brian, so as you know, Miss Brandon, Mr. Hopper, Medeiros, and others were in Miami, and I'm just asking her what they were doing there, and she was saying that basically they were a whole variety of things, but basically promo for not necessarily Wadapalooza, although that's a byproduct of it, but I guess the online qualifier. And they were doing movement standards and beauty shots and stuff like that. And I guess, did you know this, Brian? She's saying that basically some people are already invited. Is it like that every year? Like that there's a handful of people who just automatically get the invite to Wadapalooza and then a bunch of people have to qualify?
Yeah, and I think it's been like that for Rogue in the past, but not this year,
Right.
like she was saying. But for Wadapalooza, I don't know about the elite divisions. I know that they're having the qualifier for every other division, but I'm not sure about the
Right.
elite.
Wait, what do you mean Rogue? Would you say this year? It
And
is
they've
auto
had an
qualifier.
online qualifier the last 2 seasons,
Oh.
but I don't think they're having one this year. I think it's invite
Yeah.
only,
Yeah, I don't think so.
which
either.
would
And I
make
think
sense because that event's coming up pretty soon, and there hasn't been anything announced about a qualifier.
Right. Also Dubai, I think they're doing
Dubai's
like invite
tricky.
only.
I keep on
And
thinking,
I keep hearing no teams too.
yeah, I keep expecting them to make like a public announcement, but they've been putting it off. So I'm not sure what their final decision is.
Nate was suggesting that you're late, Brian, because you were doing Captains of Crush to get your forearms to look more vascular for Danielle. Is there any truth to that?
Wow.
Do you know the Captains of Crush, Brian?
Captains of Crush is I'm not.
Those are
familiar with that.
those are the grippers.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I have one.
Right here.
Oh my gosh.
Look at Nate.
No. Do you
Look
have like the OG ones though, the metal ones?
No, just this. I actually used to keep it in my car, and every time I came to a red light, I would do 5 on the right, 5 on the left.
That
'cause
is
I-
hilarious. So they have the metal ones that have different
tension.
like
Tension?
levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, different tension. Fucking
Do you own
hard.
all those? Do you have those just like sitting on your dining room table, the whole like 8-pack, Danielle?
Actually, yeah, there's one in like the what are those things? Like a little flat organizer that you just like throw your keys in and like throw coins in and stuff like that.
Junk
There's
drawer,
one in
junk
there.
drawer.
But like a drunk tray or a junk tray.
A drunk tray. Heidi says in the comments, "Oh, good. I only watch for Brian." She's glad you're here, Brian.
I only come here for Brian.
Oh, hey,
Oh!
hey, Brian, will you turn your mic up, please? Your mic is very
How do
low.
I turn it up?
I don't know. I don't know how you do it. I'm just I'm just reading the comments. Tom Gear and Brian's mic is horrible. Maybe just put I rest my nose on my mic. Like I put my viral load on my COVID viral load on the tip of my. How's the podcast going, Danielle, with Dave and Chase and now Scott Panchik?
It's solid. I would say Chase is just such a great host.
I agree.
He just like knows what to say, always has really good questions. Last night we had not Saxon, we had Scott on there, who always has really good insight. And it was good to have him on there since this past year was his last year. He had a lot of different circumstances because of his knee. So it was good.
Do you think he's really retired? Did he talk about that? I mean, he says he is, but I'm not sure if I believe it.
No. Have you listened to it yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think he is. I mean,
you don't think he's retired?
No, I think he's looking to do masters.
Oh.
Which I feel like when you say you're like retiring, you're done with the sport of CrossFit. And he was like, oh, well, I'm 34 and I need something to train for. So
Brian would listen to the show probably before I would. I listened to the first one out of curiosity because I knew Dave would take some attacks at the rest of us. But now it's kind of like Brian, if it was like a week before the games, I might listen to it. But like recapping the games at this point, I just can't listen to that for an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's doing really well.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I think just Chase is so great. So
in that event, in your infamous event where you I don't even remember if you won, but basically it was in the Coliseum and you finished and you gave the double bird.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, did you do it like old school like this, or did you do it kind of like Valley Girl like this? How do you do it?
Old school.
Old school, yeah, that's nice.
Oh, like the lazy thing,
or just like you like the jet airplane versus like the Tupac.
It was like solid Tupac style.
Okay,
yeah.
and I'm assuming that was spontaneous. You weren't like, okay, I'm gonna cross the finish line and just do the double bird. What did you even know why? So do you even know why you did that?
It just felt good. No.
Just felt good.
No. Yeah. You ever just like flip someone off and it just like feels good?
Yeah. And you had like a smile too.
Yeah.
So it was a friendly flip off. It wasn't like it was
fuck
like, you, you're in my parking spot. Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Brian, is there any historical evidence, data of precedent of anyone else ever flipping off the entire crowd at the CrossFit Games, or is Danielle the sort of the first of that?
Let me check my databases, see what the numbers say.
Yeah, will you pull up that sheet?
I try. Okay, Yandy just tried to give me some help out with the volume, so we'll see if it's any better now.
Where the fuck is Hopper? I want to tell you something. Oh man, I want to be nice to him because I really like him and I need him. He puts food on my plate. I need him. I want to be nice. And I like him. And he FaceTimes me with his shirt off, like once a week. And I'm fucking digging all that shit.
Dude.
But this fucking guy, this show is for him. This is like he's the new Danielle Brandon. Danielle Brandon had an excuse. She had the time zones fucked up. That's why she stiffed us.
Dude,
I was just texting with Hopper 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, he said, I'm
fuck
coming.
Is this guy?
What did he say?
Oh, he's having a Wi-Fi problem. I'm coming. That's what your mom said.
Oh my God. I absolutely ate him up in Miami. It was so fun.
Is that the first time? Is that the first time you guys have like hung?
Yeah. That was the first time I met him. And just immediately I was like, oh man, this kid is going to get so sick of me by the end of the weekend.
Dave, a long time ago when Dave first met you, like all the stories were like basically like cantankerous stories. Like anytime, like, I don't know, like you were, I think it was when he first met you for the demo team and everything was like, I mean, he liked you, but but they were like, there was friction between you guys always. Like every story he told me, there was like friction. Like you would be calling him out on something or he'd say something and you'd be smart ass back. And he's like,
I just
dude,
don't really have a filter.
He's like, dude, I can't wait for you to meet her and see what your perception is of how she acts. And then who else? I think that's like part of your deal. I wonder if it's just with dudes you do that too. You kind of have this like Heisman, like kind of like hand up in their face, like, yo. Like you have to haze dude. Like if dudes want to hang out with you, they have to get hazed.
Yeah, Jason.
What? Can y'all hear
Yeah.
me?
Are you in your bathroom?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
But your
You
mouth
look
is
so
no,
serious and
Jason.
confused.
He's on the shitter.
Oh, can y'all?
And look, he's got an exclamation. He's got an exclamation mark
He's in the bathroom. Are you in the bathroom?
or the
Oh,
washroom.
I'm trying to figure this out. Can y'all see me?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
no.
no. You're gone again.
You know what it is, Jason? Ryan, I think he's on Safari or something. He needs to be on Chrome. You see that exclamation point? Something's wrong with his setup. Are you on
Let me
Safari,
get
brother?
on Chrome.
Okay.
Let me get on Chrome.
Okay. Sounds good. We're going to talk about you for the next 30 seconds anyway.
Yes, so take your
No.
time.
All right.
Hey, were there any other ladies there in Miami, Danielle?
Christy and Bailey.
Christy who?
Yeah.
Aramo?
Yes. And then Bailey Rail.
Oh, okay. Oh, we should get those girls on. I'd love to meet them.
Maybe they'll respond to my questions about how the weekend was.
What do you mean? Where did you? What do you mean? Fill me in. What am I missing?
They probably will. They
My what?
probably. They probably will.
I
They're much
asked-
better. They're much better at those things than me.
Oh yeah, Brian, you have to adjust something on something somewhere.
What the heck?
You hear that hum? That's because something on your mic is like.
Gain? Is that any better?
Bernard Maniscalco. Stop rubbing it in, Danielle. We all know Chase is better than Sevan at this. Bernard. Fitty burpees. Fitty burpees.
He's just different. It's different. It's a
Oh my
different
God.
experience.
He's Brian and I together. Of course Chase is better.
Yeah.
We have one guy who knows about games and one guy who likes to talk shit, and Chase is like both of us together. Like if I was on Brian's shoulders.
Yeah.
That's why he
That's
has a
true.
job and Brian and I are unemployed. we're like the second
He's just a full
team.
package. He's a
Full
full
package.
package.
Full
He really
package.
is.
And he's probably a better CrossFitter than both of us and better looking.
Don't worry, Jason. We've stopped talking about you. You are not the full package we're discussing.
Yeah, but that's not who we were talking about.
Or what are we talking about? No, I'm not in my
You.
bathroom. I'm in my bedroom. It's the only place with Wi-Fi, and it's just gonna have to work today.
Yeah, it's working, dude, as long as you're here.
Finally.
You moved, Jason?
Yeah, I moved across the street.
Oh, literally?
Yeah.
Like you can throw a rock at your old house?
No,
Okay, then.
across the street. I meant like a couple of streets.
So you moved a couple streets. Okay.
It's too early in the morning.
Oh, wow. This is going to be great. So when he's being a smartass to me, you're not going to let him get away with it, Danielle. You're going to hammer him too. Oh, that's awesome.
It's
You're like
later
my-
where he is than
What'd you
any
call
of us.
me?
are.
Bodyguard.
What'd Jason call me? What'd you call me? A piranha? He said, you just never stop. You're...
She is.
Oh.
Right.
So Jason, tell me about how you ended up in Wadapalooza. We talked to Danielle about that. Or how did you? What's the city called? Atlanta. Where's that?
Hold on, my wife needs something.
You have a wife
She needs my keys. Here you go.
to drive your Honda Civic.
What was the
To
question?
go get-
1987
to go
Honda
get you
Civic.
some food.
How did you end up in at the Wadapalooza thing with Danielle? Like, what happens? Like, who calls you? Like, how? I'm just curious how that unfolds and what they tell you about it.
I found out a week and a half before. O'Keefe called me and said, "You want to go to Miami?" Actually, this is how it actually happened. Matt Frazier called me and said, "Will you be in Miami?" And I said, "I have no idea what you're talking about." And then he said, "Oops, I think I told you surprise." And then O'Keefe called me and said, "Are you coming to Miami?" And that's when he said, "We're filming for Wadapalooza." So
And then do you have to do it? Is it like part of your contractual obligation?
No.
Danielle, does Matt Fraser ever call you?
Yeah, he called me yesterday.
No shit.
Yeah, right.
Swear. You want me to pull it up? You want me to pull it up, Jayson? I don't know why it's named like that, but Fraser Cadence. I'm like just exposing his phone number. I feel like I shouldn't do that. Oh no, it doesn't say it. It doesn't say it. It doesn't have it on there. So yeah.
Jason, pay attention. You're on the show now. You're gonna get a few questions. Look up. That boy, you're a good dude. How old are you? How old are you, Jason?
I'll be 24 tomorrow.
Oh shit! Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And why did you move? Why did you move across the street, which is really not across the street, but
my lease was up. I was renting.
And your new place is nicer?
Yeah, it's a loft.
And you're happy there? Were you looking for a new place?
I live in a mill, dude.
Were you looking for a new place or just something spontaneous?
I've been putting offers on houses, but the market is crazy, so we haven't won any.
And you're in you're in one of the Carolinas?
Yeah.
Which one?
South Carolina. You know that, Sevan. Come on.
In California, there's us and then you guys, the rest of the country.
You're not that important.
Greenville.
Someone just sent me a list of the states with the it was a list ranking of 1 through 50 of the states with the least vaccine mandates, and I think it was your state that had the least.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Whereas
are you vaccinated, Jayson?
Nope.
I was looking at some information. I was looking at an article the other day.
Sevan, are you vaccinated?
Fuck no. Why would I do that? I don't eat sugar or refined carbohydrates. My immune system is crazy. T cells and NK cells just whooping ass. I feel people getting their ass whooped inside of me all the time. Just ass. I'm an ass whooping machine. I did see in Michigan though, they were basically saying that like you can take if parents put their kids in danger, you can take the kids away from the parents. And one of the things they're saying is if the parents aren't vaccinated, that they're putting the kids in danger. And so they're thinking about testing it out and taking kids away from some of the parents to see how that plays out in the courts. That's some scary shit. So like I got to like make sure I have a safe house like in one of the states that's not taking people's kids away from their parents.
Oh my gosh.
I know it's crazy. Some of the shit you're reading right now is just fucking bizarre. People need to chill.
Oh my god.
People got to chill. Plus, it's not smart to mess with people's kids.
Oh yeah.
Even the nicest people in the world, if you mess with their kids, like the most peace loving, like tree hugging, like, but you mess with their kids and it's like life or death. Okay,
yeah, like
so
let's see someone mess with Sam Dancer's kid.
I'd love pay-per-view. Pay-per-view event. Pay-per-view event.
Dude.
I bet you he'd hold his kid tight and his wife would do the fighting.
Oh my dude. She could. So
you guys get there and Jayson, she told me you guys did before you got on, Danielle was saying you guys did like movement standards, beauty shots, stuff to promote the online qualifier. And I guess the fact is that if you guys were promoting the online qualifier and you guys know the movements and the workouts, that means you guys are you two are both invited. You don't have to take that route.
I don't know about Danielle getting invited. I personally got invited.
Well, that's crazy because like who plays higher at the games this year? So.
Hey, but Danielle, it doesn't matter. He signed with O'Keefe so he could get a free pass everywhere. That's why you sign with O'Keefe. That way you don't have to perform.
He needed that. He honestly needed that. He needed somebody to just get him in because he couldn't do it himself. He needs somebody to help him.
I couldn't do it myself.
He's a semifinals type of guy.
Yeah, I'm in it for the chase.
I wonder why they chose you, Danielle. Since you're not represented by O'Keefe, I'm tripping on that. I'm tripping. Like, why wouldn't he just like is Aramo and Bailey represented by him?
Yes.
I wonder what's so special about you that makes it that you would be the.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what's funny
so weird.
Too? It's funny because me and O'Keefe, we had a great time. This was the first time I ever really met him in person. And during all those athlete calls, 2 years ago, I was very upfront and very straightforward to O'Keefe about my feelings, and we had some beefy conversations through Zoom. So it was just funny how that dynamic, it was really good. It was really good in person when I met him. Great guy.
He is a great guy, isn't he?
Very fun to be around.
And he's vaccinated.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. He posted it on his Instagram. And he's a great guy. I love the guy. I truly like, yeah, he's magical. And then so when you and Jayson met, is this like the first time you guys have hung out?
Yeah. Yep.
Did you have fun, Jayson? Is she cool?
I had a blast. I thought she was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Was she abrasive?
Embracive?
Not embracive, not like did she embrace you, abrasive. I'm not asking if she hugged you.
Did I embrace?
No,
Did I welcome
I know what
you?
you meant. I know what you meant. No, it took a couple of days for her to like be like, okay, he's kind of cool.
Yeah, she has like a little bit of a hazing period, right?
Yeah, I really had to interview him quite a bit.
It was like I had to like earn my respect or something. But
yeah.
Do you know do you know anyone else like that?
I know plenty of people like that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know anyone like that. Boy, Hopper, you are energy's just oozing off you this
I
morning.
know. It's unreal.
I'm really enjoying your contribution to the podcast. It's amazing. You know, I think I want to have you and Laura Horvat on and just have a staring contest, pay-per-view staring contest. It'd be fucking dope.
Yeah, let's get that talking.
Tell me how you want me to answer that question. Did you want me to just like bash her over there?
You say just whatever, like,
Sure,
oh man, she's
let's
fucking
tell her
horrible,
the deal.
dude. If it's 2 days of her just with her nose in the air and fucking walking around like her shit don't stink, and then finally, for some reason, all of a sudden, she starts being just a little bit nice, but everyone's just kissing her ass. She's such a like, it could be like that.
I'm just trying to save her face.
Oh, you're a good dude. You're a good
that's so nice.
You're a
Wow.
good
Wow, that's crazy.
dude. Where Danielle, where were you during the wrestling match? Like all these wrestling matches we see on Instagram. Where were you?
I was on the boat. We were trying to do some filming actually, and we couldn't because they were being so rowdy that we had to put filming on pause.
And what was that thing in the water? Go ahead.
My perspective was we were wrestling and they needed her to video her doing a backflip off of the boat, and it took about 20 times because she kept belly flopping into the water.
Oh, I forgot about that. Did you even do a backflip? Did you even try?
I did.
You did? I didn't see it.
That's because you were too busy trying to get a backflip.
What was that thing you guys were wrestling on? Was that thing didn't have air in it, right? It's just more like just a buoyant piece of mat.
It's like
it was
water mats.
Yeah, it was like a big old foam mat.
And who instigated the wrestling?
Me.
So you just grabbed someone and just threw someone off?
I got up there. No, I threw O'Keefe off first. And
is there video of that?
I don't know.
One of my favorite parts of the video is O'Keefe just on the mat, and all these guys are just going at it. And I messaged him like, "Damn, dude, you really got caught in the action there." He's like, "Dude."
I was trying to wrestle. God. I was trying to wrestle Matt, and he wasn't having it.
I didn't even see O'Keefe. He must have been like under the pile. Oh, that picture that Ryan's posting now, is O'Keefe in that picture?
I don't think he's in this picture, no.
Danielle, did you think about going down there and getting some?
No.
Not with those handsy guys.
Just exactly, yeah. Not with the bikini I was in. It would have been ripped off. Would have been no.
And then it's an epic photo. You must be stoked on that of you basically just taking Medeiros out, right? Do you just love that, Jayson?
I did. I don't think he loved that.
Oh, he doesn't love it, but Jayson loves it. Loves to hammer down on Justin.
He does?
Oh yeah. They get into it. They were lovers all weekend, but then they would have their little tiffs, their little fights, and then they would come back together and like each other again.
Did you see them ever work
All
out
weekend.
against each other, Danielle?
So we actually did Jayson and me against Justin and Christy. Unfortunately, we did lose. But again, you know, we had quite a height difference when it comes to devil's presses and toes to bar.
Well,
No.
Oh man, now we're fucked.
No, that was just a partner workout that we did.
Oh, good.
it's no surprise that you guys struggled if it was high volume gymnastics and you were partnered with Jayson, though.
Ryan, next time text her that on the side. Next time text her that on the side.
Yeah, god damn, Ryan. You
Jesus,
blast me.
Jesus.
We were actually winning for half the race.
And then what happened? Would you say it was you or Danielle who was the weak link?
It definitely wasn't me.
I didn't even say it with a straight face.
Say it to my face, Jayson. Jeez.
It definitely wasn't.
Was it me? Was it me, Jayson? Was it me then?
I don't know
Can't
who
even
it
look
was.
at the camera.
I don't know who it was, but it definitely wasn't me.
So it was me. I mean, I'm the only other option.
It wasn't me.
Well, it wasn't me.
Who got the lead? Who got the lead for us?
You went first.
And who was a whole devil's press ahead?
Well, I don't know. Maybe because you would never lock out or stand all the way up on your devil's presses. Maybe that's why.
It was for $1,000. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Oh, yeah. Well,
There's Jacqueline, don't even bother. Don't even bother. Don't even bother. There's two kinds of people. There's people who are like, yeah, do what you want, and then there's people who want to force injections on everyone. Don't even engage them. It's fine. It's fine.
Why weren't you telling me to lock out my devil's presses?
They're all welcome.
I did.
You did,
I said, stand all the way up. Stand all the way up.
and I did.
No, you didn't.
Did you hear her coaching you, Hopper?
No, I was going way too fast.
Yeah, you were going way too fast. You had to flop on your burpees. You didn't even know what your body was doing. You were trying to go so fast.
See, we were a team, and now there's like division here. Like, this is unhealthy.
Is that dude? So there was a guy. There was a guy in one of the. There was a guy in one of the videos where that Medeiros. It was your video on your Instagram. It's kind of the best video I've seen from that trip.
This is really why we lost here.
What? Oh, because you guys were fighting.
Yeah.
I felt like we worked well together as a team.
I actually wanted to do devil's presses in a certain way, and she was opposed to that. So that's where it kind of started.
I wasn't opposed to it. I just knew we wouldn't be able to do that the whole time.
We lost before we started.
Which we weren't.
Just know that. We lost before we started.
We did.
Because she wasn't open to your coaching.
Right.
I had a game plan.
That's it. Yeah.
Hopper wanted to be a priest, but says if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Real Christ-like. Jeez Louise.
Oh,
Just beating you with the Bible. And the guy's name is Bug.
Oh, man.
He said, wait, that wasn't from you? That was from somebody else?
Yeah, it's from someone else.
No, I'm just kidding, man. I was just kidding. I don't do that, man. I don't.
Jayson,
I have integrity.
did you see Danielle's video where she had Medeiros is throwing this guy off the mat, like chucks him?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Jake.
Yeah. It's
What
the
about
guy
it?
who does the programming for the
Hard
Fraser
work pays off. Yep.
for the Fraser
Oh,
program.
yeah. He absolutely wrecked him.
Is that your boy? Is that your? Do you have a new boyfriend, Danielle?
That's not my boyfriend.
That guy is not your boyfriend. That's
No.
not the okay. Because I keep hearing all these rumors that you're in Oklahoma with a new dude or an old dude. I don't know if he's new or old, but you're in Oklahoma with a dude, and that it's that dude. And I thought
Oh, that's hilarious. I love it. Yeah, let's go with that.
that Jake Marco. His name's Jay. I hope is that guy married. I don't want to fuck that dude up.
No, but I think his girlfriend's a photographer, or his ex-girlfriend's a photographer in the sport. So she's
His
probably gonna
ex-girl.
ask me
It was his girl. Now it's his. Oh man.
out. It's fine. Come at me.
Okay, so that guy's not okay. So it could be some truth to that. You're in Oklahoma with a significant other, but it's not that dude, Jake Marconi. I thought that would be a little weird that you'd show your significant other just getting tossed like a rag
Absolutely
doll.
wrecked.
I think that's
Yeah.
exactly
I
what she
mean,
would do.
I was gonna say I don't think that's very out of character of me.
She'd be like,
I
listen,
would-
man, if
I
you're going to
would-
get beat up like that, we're advertising that. Everyone's going to know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is that your computer you're on?
Mm-hmm.
When did you get a computer?
Shortly after you told me to.
Dude, you're awesome. And did you use it on the podcast you did with Dave and Scott and Chase?
I did. Yeah.
Jeez, man, you are next level. And Hopper, are you on your cell phone?
No, I'm on the computer.
Damn, everyone is so high. Is that your computer or your wife's computer?
My wife's computer.
Gotcha.
Well,
So
don't
what's
you guys
up-
share it because you're married?
Oh, we have 2.
Oh, you
I
have 2.
guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, just
They're
asking.
they're both hers. Oh, they are. So what's up with you, Jayson? What's new with you? What are you doing these days? Like are you what programming are you doing? What are you doing? You must be like at the drawing board now, being like, okay, like you want to win this shit. What are you doing? What's going on?
Yeah, what are you doing, Jayson? What's your plans?
What's your plans? Yeah.
She wants to know so bad.
It's because I know his plans and he don't even know his plans.
I'm working.
Holy shit.
He thinks I know nothing too.
I am working with HWPO. I don't know the details. They're still in the works, but we're gonna give it a go.
But hasn't Matt said specifically that that's not really games athlete programming? I could be wrong, but I thought when I spoke to him, he said that.
Is Jayson really games level?
They just came out with a HWPO Pro, which would be more of his programming from the past. And then he teaches me how to modify it, and then he has somebody that is in place to be like my day-to-day guy that is going to be modifying and adding to it based on my weaknesses. And then I'll go up to Vermont like a handful of times throughout the year.
Holy shit.
Are you
This
going
is
up
awesome.
there soon?
Yeah, I'm heading up there probably next week or the week after that.
That's what Matt told me.
That's cute.
Did he really tell you that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
When you guys are down in Miami, what's the process? Like they say, okay, we're going to do this workout. Here's what the workout is. How do they choose which athlete does which workout?
I'm not sure. They had that planned before.
They just tell you which one you're doing?
You don't
You're
get
not
a
like-
pick. Yeah, you don't get a pick.
Yeah.
I bet you guys could have pushed back though and picked.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like one of the workouts I did, it was like very obvious why I did it. So I kind of makes sense. Yeah. Not
Look at Ryan getting all excited because he thinks
movement.
it's about
Look
to
at
leak.
it. I
at
know.
Ryan.
He's
Look at-
sitting back. Oh, jeez. Oh.
Yeah. What? I mean, it's a fair guess, but certainly she did well at can do well in events other than that.
Hopper,
Exactly. I'm much
what
better.
what does
than
your
just
coach
handstand walking.
what does your coach say about this? Like, who's your coach right now?
Right now, or
Prior to like 6 months ago, 3 months ago, who was your coach?
his name is Jared Shaw.
And is Jared still going to be involved in your programming?
Probably not. No.
Who is
And-
that? Is he familiar?
He actually
No.
competed at the games this past year on a team.
Yeah,
Oh, Shaw. The name Shaw sounds familiar.
that's my boy. He handled it. He handled it pretty great. We're really good friends, and so I asked him. I was like, "Hey, dude, like I know we've been together since I started CrossFit. If you were in my shoes, like what would you do? Would you continue with yourself, or would you like go with the best of the best in the sport?" And he totally understood it, and he'll still be there. It's just like he'll have a different role, and he'll be at every competition. We're like really good friends. We'll still talk like day to day, but he just won't be the dude that programs.
Dude, I'm so excited for you. You're
Very
kind
mature of you.
very yeah. You're kind of is there anyone else doing this with you? Like, is there another dude or a chick who's doing this with you?
I may go to Vermont sometimes.
Serious?
Yeah.
Have you talked to your coach about it?
No.
Oh.
But Justin is still my coach. Justin will still be my coach. But I think it would be silly of me to not take the opportunity to go be under the eye of the best in the world.
Oh shit! And are both of you aware? Is this the first time that are both of you aware that?
I knew that Jayson was doing this. Jayson didn't know that I was.
True or false, Jayson?
I didn't know you were doing what.
Gonna be in the room next door when you're in Vermont. Like she's gonna hear you snoring at night when you guys are at the Fraser HWPO
She
camp.
says that. So is she doing HWPO? Because it sounds like Jayson is your coach, or who? Jayson?
Yeah. Justin.
Justin.
Yeah, Justin's still my coach.
So you won't be doing it.
I will be. Not HWPO necessarily.
Okay, so.
Just good opportunity to go train around you guys, train with you guys.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't matter what
Yeah,
programming
I knew
it
that.
is.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I
matter
knew
what
that.
programming it is.
Yeah, I knew that.
No, you didn't.
So,
I 100% knew that
How? When?
because I talked to Matt yesterday.
Oh, you did. Oh.
I did.
I got along with my sister better than you guys get along.
Yes,
Um,
yeah.
So Jayson, so explain that to me. So, you, and how, when you go to Vermont, will you drive? How far is Vermont from you? Is it like 600 miles or is it like more?
I'm not driving to
You're
Vermont.
flying. Okay. And then, so basically and is that program, is the HWPO program pro released yet? Or are you like,
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so.
so wow, this is crazy. This is Matt must be stoked. He basically has you as his second lab rat. I mean, he was his first lab rat and the shit worked out good. That rat solved a maze 5 times. And then do you think that, will you do the diet too? What his eating regimen and like the whole fucking thing and like all like sleep on the weird mattress and like have like the thing that like wakes you up in the morning with like special light, and will you like follow like all that, his whole?
Yeah, I'll eventually get to all that, but I'm not gonna like jump in like not getting all that today. Like, oh, I got to do everything he did.
What was
Yeah.
his eating? Was it specific?
Snicker
Does
bars
he have
and soda pop. Snicker bars and soda pop.
I don't know if I do that part.
Wait, what is that part? I've never heard of this.
No, he just made a joke. He said one time that he eats a Snicker bar after a workout, and everyone like glommed onto it and like was
Oh
trying to
my
throw it in my
God.
face.
He
Like,
does
see?
do that.
He does do that?
Yeah.
Oh no, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Sevan, you should sign up for HWPO, and Matt will reply to you. Hey, that is a great point. That's a great point. So are you pumped? Are you pumped, or is the shakeup like is it all good, or does this stress you out, Jayson?
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped. I mean, I'm
pumped.
I don't know.
guys.
I'm
I'm pumped.
so pumped.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Because change is
Aw.
change is cool, but it's also like it's stressful,
It's a
right?
risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to where I'm at now after 4 years of working hard with one guy, and so just like jumping ship and saying, "Hey, let's do something else," is just risky.
Did you talk to your wife about it?
Yeah, she's for it,
Yeah. And when you go to Vermont, will she roll with you?
of course.
And do you have a dog too, don't you?
Yeah, Teddy, he's next to me.
And who will watch Teddy when you're gone?
I don't know.
Who named your dog?
I adopted him, and he was already named.
You kept the name?
Yeah.
You didn't want to change it?
Well, we were gonna change it. I wanted to name him Murray, but
Hey,
I just feel like I didn't want to go through the process of like calling him Murray. and him not responding.
You were
He
like,
looked-
he was sitting there. He's like, Murray, nothing. Murray, Teddy. Yes. He's so jumping around. He's like, fuck it, I'll just stick with Teddy. Too lazy.
Honestly, that's how I see that going down.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I tried it for a few days and it just didn't work.
Danielle, what are the rules of engagement that you like for people who like want to interview you and stuff? So like, we interviewed someone the other day named Fee
Sagafi.
Sagafi. Yeah, she was awesome. But basically, like we couldn't. It was like weird. It was like we had trouble getting to her. Like we had to jump through the Cooper hoop.
You had to get to Cooper?
We had to do the Cooper hoop. Yeah, through the Cooper hoop, and then. But with you, we don't have to jump through the Cooper hoop. Is that what is the? Did you break the rules? Like, are you not supposed to engage directly with the paparazzi like us?
I do, because honestly, I'm already so hard sometimes to communicate with that I just imagine if a podcast was going through Cooper to me, it would just be a shit show. Like some podcasts tried to do that. They're like, okay, we'll reach out to Cooper and we'll try to set up times. And I'm like, what's the point? Like Cooper's just going to message me and be like, when are you available? And I'm going to be like, I don't know. So I was just like, too many people to go through.
Right.
Why not just like, hey, when are you free? Like what we do. It's like, you free at this time? And I either say yes or no.
Well, I mean, one reason might be is so like so people don't have like your phone number, like so that like you don't turn around and like then your phone number's like on Reddit or some shit.
Honestly, this was the issue with my past phone number.
It ended up on Reddit?
I don't know where it ended up, but someone got it and I kept getting FaceTimes of dudes jacking off.
Wow. Like real, like hello, and then there's a dude with his cock in his hand?
Like, I'm like, oh, just sitting, waiting to get my nails done, and I see someone's trying to FaceTime me, and then it's the dude jacking off.
Wow. And then what do? You just hand that to your boyfriend and you're like, hey, it's for you. Hey, it's for you.
Like, show everyone in the nail salon, show all my girls. Like, oh shit, look what's happening. And then and then luckily I had to get a new phone because it broke, so I just kept the new number. But,
I asked Rich one time, God, this is probably like after he won the games the first time. I'm like, hey, do you get any weird solicitations? And I think he did get an offer. I think he told me, I think it's on video somewhere, we posted it. He did get an offer once to masturbate on a porn site, like just masturbate himself on a porn site. Like that was one of the offers that came in. Yeah. Did you get that offer yet, Hopper? Dude, does 19th place get that? No, I didn't think so. I should ask Matt how many times he's gotten that.
Matt said, didn't he say, Matt's put it out somewhere that he got a weird request for something like that. Like
a porn site?
I think it was like something with his feet or something.
Matt probably has so many pubes you can't see his penis.
Oh, it's hairy. It's a hairy guy.
Just like.
Why are we talking about this?
Just common sense. Just common sense talk. Biology. Just biology.
Casual conversation.
I do think that it's it is like what happened to Jayson this year is it's a strange thing. Like he said, he's been 4 years working towards something, and then this year he did well enough that now he has all these opportunities. And as an athlete, I think it's difficult sometimes to assess. Like you get invited to Miami, invited to Vermont. He's going to do that competition in South Carolina. He got invited to Rogue. That's 4 commitments in like a 8-week time period. That can be like a lot of like how do you manage? What do you choose to say yes to? What do you choose to say no to?
Hey, thank you for redirecting the show in a good place, and that's what if Chase was hosting this, he could have done it all himself. I think what you bring up is a totally valid point. I if there's only one concern I have about Jayson, that he's going to stretch himself too fucking thin. It's the same concern I had. Both these people have dogs. Danielle has a new boyfriend. Jason's moving houses. He's going to travel back to Vermont. They're fucking themselves. They're going to be they're caught up in their fucking, like, I don't want to say they're caught up in their Instagram, but they're being pulled in too many directions. Meanwhile, you're seeing professional fighters who are 32 years old who've never had a cell phone and never had a boyfriend, and they're winning national championships. And these two knuckleheads are like being split into 100 different directions. I agree with you, Brian, if that's what you're alluding to. Oh, sorry, guys. Brian's answering his phone. Are you guys spreading yourself too thin?
I don't think so.
No, I think I just take it as it comes. Like, but I do understand that because that's how I was. I mean, for 2015 till 2019 when I finally made the games, even till what 2020, I didn't have a coach, and I made it to the 2019 and 2020 games without a coach, and then I had to make a decision in 2021 to move to Vegas and take that risk.
And
I would have moved apartments and got a dog if I would have been last in my semifinal.
but I do, and then the reason why I'm thinking about it, and I wonder, it's like what's more difficult? Is it more difficult that 4-year journey to get to the games to place in the top 20, or is it more difficult to get from 19th or 11th to the top 3 where you want to be?
I think for sure to get to top 3.
And
I have
that's
no
like,
idea.
yeah, we'll find out. But it's it's interesting because all these opportunities coming your way are things that a year ago you would have been like, hell yeah, I want to do that. Let me do all of this stuff. But now you're like, man, I know how close I am, and I know what is still ahead of me in terms of that journey. And yes, I want to do these opportunities because they're amazing things that I might not ever get another chance to do. But what's the trade-off? And I think back to someone like, I think it was BKG the first year of Rogue. Like he said, you know what? I'm not going to Rogue. I know there's a ton of money there. I know there's a ton of opportunity there, but I want to make the podium this year at the games. So he skipped that opportunity, and he did make podium that year at the games.
Right.
And sometimes that's what is that what the trade-off is? Is it that severe sometimes of a choice?
There's a reason the Killers are dominant. They were recluses. Rich and Matt were hermits. Jayson needs to be the same. The cowboy at home. Jayson T. Watkins from the comment section. I mean, I think there's a lot of value to that.
Yeah.
Jason's like, great. I came on here to be coached by fucking 4 numbskulls. Great. And the internet. Fuck. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, jeez.
Jayson, if you want coaching, just come on this show and I will have the internet coach you.
The internet's undefeated, honestly. So.
Undefeated. But I do even this, what do you think about this, Brian? Even the fact when he says he's going to go to Vermont or when she says she's going to go to Vermont, I think to myself, okay, let's say they make six trips there between now and when the games happen, right? And each of those trips takes 2 days away from their training, 2 travel days. And I'm just like, that's 12 days gone. Like,
But think about how much you gain in those
Right.
the days
Okay.
that you're there.
right. Okay.
No,
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Is it's not an easy choice. It's not a clear path. And in the case of Jayson, like this was his first year making the games. Personally, I think that he should take all the opportunities this year, see what happens, and then the next season, if it wasn't what he wanted, then maybe reevaluate and say, okay, this year I'm going to be very selective with what I choose to do outside of my main, of anything that comes in the way of achieving my main goal.
Did you ever consider moving up to closer to him, Jayson?
No, not really.
But then maybe after this year, like if you take 3rd this year, then move like.
I would have to see how this whole the plan goes.
Danielle, you're 27.
25.
Oh, 25. Oh, okay, so you're basically the same age. For some reason, and you don't. I wasn't going based off on what you look like. I was just thinking of the fact of how many times you qualified for regionals and didn't go, and I'm like, oh, she must be older. Okay. Well, shit. So you guys both have. How much time do they have, Brian?
Plenty. Yeah, I think I do think that it'll be harder and harder to qualify older and older as the years go on, but I would say at least 8 years each if they want.
8 years.
Yeah, 31 and 33 for men and women. I think you'll always be still able to make it at the games if you're diligent and about what you do and meticulous in your lifestyle choices primarily. I mean, training, they'll always love to train and be there, but you have to keep the lifestyle in check, I think.
And then
Carrie's what, 32? 33? Christy Ramos, 32. I didn't know that. 33.
Yep.
And then
Yeah,
the
yeah.
landscape's always changing too, right? In terms of qualifying and going to the games.
We'll see. I mean, it's always possible that they'll settle into something that's more predictable, but yeah, that's always a possibility.
Yeah.
Someone said traveling like that hasn't really worked for Chandler. I don't know what that means. Jayson T. Watkins says, does he travel a lot and it's hurted his games performance, you think?
I don't think he travels a lot. I think he just made a move. He moved.
I think over the past couple of years, like he's been that guy that you'll see show up he's training with this group of people for a period of time in that group. And I think part of that was just his job had him on the move a little bit more. But I would say that overall, like if you look at the athletes that are, consistently showing up in the top 10 at the games, they do have a pretty solid foundation. Like Ben Smith, you know where you're going to find him. Scott Panchik, you know where you're going to find him. Annie Thorisdottir, you know where you're going to find her. Yes, they'll do some things here and there, but for the most part, they're in the same place doing fairly similar things year to year.
Yeah.
Jayson, someone wrote in the comments, Andy wrote, Hopper, do you think any of the first string, I don't know what this stands for, WR at Clemson can compete in CrossFit? What's a WR?
Wide receiver.
Oh.
No shot.
Will Clemson beat Georgia this weekend?
No.
Yeah.
That's a big game, week 1.
Oh no, they'll handle them. You wanna put money-
Logan
you wanna-
Mayfield.
you wanna bet?
Logan Mayfield. Everything you write is contentious. Justin won the games without being a hermit. Stop making blanket statements. Stop telling me how to do shit. Go get your vaccine,
Oh,
dude.
he's
go get quadruple
He's friends
vax,
with
Logan.
Justin. He's
Who?
friends with Justin.
Who Logan is?
I know that guy. He's
Logan.
friends
He
with
needs to get
Justin.
he needs to get quadruple vaxxed. And super glue your mouth shut. Hey, Jaden says, Sevan, be fair. Just because you're getting coached by Matt doesn't mean you're going to be the champ. Hey, I don't really know that, Jaden. I'm telling you, like we know Hopper is an incredible piece of clay, and we know that what Matt did is a lot of discipline and structure. And like if Jayson can get that on his clay, man, dude, this dude could be unstoppable. And that's where all the excitement is around Jayson, right? I mean, it's just this. There's everyone sees it. It's just potential is just pouring off the fucking guy. So and we know what Matt did, and it's very unique and very impressive. Help me, Brian. Defend me.
Oh, I think you're right. I was contemplating a question earlier in the comments. Someone asked me if I would rank Jayson second again next year, which obviously is not really relevant at all at this point.
Hey, I don't.
Second with a 0 after it.
I don't want you to put me in the top 10 next year, Brian.
You don't,
He wants to be an underdog.
Just go do your thing, and then we'll see where it happens. I am thinking of after Wadapalooza, I might do a preseason rankings coming into the open season. It might be fun. I'll make sure that you're outside the top 10 of that.
Hey, just know I talked to a few people this weekend in Miami, and they did not like me being ranked above them on your list.
Oh yeah. That was pretty amazing. Logan, it's people like you in the comments that make this show good.
But that's great. That's great. That motivated them, obviously. So good for them.
Yeah. So if we can prevent that from happening again, let's make it happen.
I just love it that his ranking did that though. Isn't that great?
He was pissed.
Who was Justin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
He told me as much. It's fine. I'm gonna say I was 0.1% responsible for his excellence that weekend.
Hey, what do you think, Danielle? Of all the people, did everyone get along there? You don't have to give me any names, but from your perception, I know that Jayson's just too laid back. Like he doesn't know if someone hates him or loves him, but like an astute and wise person who's of life and the struggles of life. Were there any people there who just weren't getting along? Like you could see, could see there's just underlying tension and hate, like were there
between myself and anyone else? No.
But you did see
Yes.
Like without giving names, like you could see that like whether Jayson and Medeiros were like feigning friendship or whether they really hated each other. Like you could see all the nuances.
Yep.
You could see whether Matt was really Hopper's friend or if he just saw a big $sign over Hopper's head. Like you could see all that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you're good at that.
She couldn't.
Dude, I'm telling you, this girl, she's an alley cat. Like she knows shit.
I know more than you think.
She knows shit.
She couldn't.
Sevan, you see who's in the comments saying hi to us?
Who?
Lillian.
Oh yeah, Lillian Fuentes. You know when you said that, one of my favorites. Jayson, Danielle, Lillian Fuentes is a videographer out of California. If you ever get a chance to work with her, you should. She's the sweetest, most talented. She's
Drop
rad.
her Instagram.
She's
handle.
rad. Yeah.
She was at the game. She's working with CrossFit now at a lot of their big events. But yeah, she's great.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
she's boss. I met her on Instagram. She said, "Hey, can I come work an event?" I said, "Sure." She showed up at regionals with her camera, and this, I don't know what year this was, 2016,
I think it was
17.
17 because 18 she came back was her second year.
And she basically just came to, I don't know, a half dozen regionals with me and worked for free and just grinded. Now
Oh
she's
my gosh.
yeah,
Love
she's the
that.
shit.
That's
Oh, and her dad, I think her dad's what's the head of the, like if you have a church, what are you called? Like a priest, conductor, pastor? I think her dad's a pastor.
A pastor?
Yeah. I'm not a Christian, but all the Christian people I meet are such nice people. They're like,
Bailey. Bailey is she doesn't like to call herself religious, but she believes in a higher power. Very nice. Very nice.
yeah, nice people. I think it's because they're
Looks like she had a
scared
good
because they
golf
know their
swing, too.
dad's always watching. It's like they're terrified,
played
so
golf
they're
in
such good
college.
people. She played what?
Golf in college. So she was I want to say she said she was a basketball player, went to college, and then just started golfing on the team.
O'Keefe put a video up, I think, on his Instagram of her hitting a ball, and it looked like, wow, she's actually got a good swing.
Yeah. Yeah. Looked solid.
Better than mine.
So Toby Buckland just made this crazy post, and then let's go back and talk about golfing. I've never heard of golfing as the transfer sport to CrossFit, but it says shag, marry, kill, and then it says Carrie, Danielle, Bethany. Does that mean he wants to shag, Carrie, marry Danielle, and kill Bethany? I mean, what the fuck kind of post is that?
Oh, he oh my gosh.
I think he's asking a question. I don't think he's labeling them as anyone in particular.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, I wish I could see these comments.
If
You can.
you would be offended though if he wanted to marry you.
How do I see
He
these
said
comments?
he'd just shag me.
No.
No,
Shagger's-
you were the Mary. Carrie's just,
Oh,
he
I
sees Carrie as just a
love it.
piece of meat, and I don't know why he'd want to kill Bethany, but you better
I
bring her
don't know
fucking
either.
back, because she'll beat your ass.
Yeah, I'd marry Bethany. Damn.
How are your girls doing? How is everyone's like? They got sick at the games. They got the old COVID. How is everyone doing?
I think we're good. We're all pretty much doing our own thing. Like Carrie started training pretty early. Like she hopped back into training. Bethany, I believe, is starting soon, like next week. I think she'll hop back onto full programming. So we're kind of just all in our off season, separated from each other.
And then, did you ever get it? Did you ever come down with COVID?
No.
Did you ever
Still
get an
haven't.
antibody test?
No.
Okay,
But
so
I
you
haven't even felt sick at all.
so you may have had it and you were just asymptomatic and you don't even know. You haven't taken an antibody test.
No. Yeah.
Awesome. We're trying to get Bethany on. I don't know if we're trying to get Carrie on. If we're not, we need to be. I think, did we get a date for Bethany?
I think we had one, but then it got pushed back.
Okay.
She's very organized, I feel like. She's
Is she-
very conscious of her time.
Is she a Cooper girl?
Yes. And
Okay.
Carrie is.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. We got to jump through the Cooper hoop.
I'm reading all the comments.
Maybe for them.
Oh, you're a good dude,
How?
Hopper.
I put it
Where
up on
are
YouTube.
they? Oh,
There's so many comments,
it.
Sevan, that you're not asking me.
Oh, I know.
He's like,
Can't-
ask me
I-
questions. Interview me. Make me feel special and important.
I just need
what
to
he's really
address some
saying.
of these comments, and you're not letting me.
Oh, let's do it. Well, the thing is, Jayson, is when I ask you a question, you answer with 2 or 3
Nope.
words, the minimal words. Yeah. And so
Yes, no.
I'll give you an example. Like if I say to Danielle, how was Miami? She'll be like, it was great. There were a lot of people there. The weather was great. I got some new bathing suits. My shoulder was a little bugging me a little bit, so I didn't get to do some of the workouts. But I love seeing Jake Marconi get fucking his ass tossed off the map by Medeiros. And I'll be like, whoa, great answer. You're fucking great to have on the podcast. And if I ask you, how is Miami? You're like, ooga, ooga.
We were in Miami.
Where's the football? HWPO.
It was awesome. I just think some things aren't necessarily don't need to be said. Like why mention the weather? Why mention the shoulder tan?
You sound like Laura Horvath.
I think it's Horvat.
Horvat.
Horvath.
Now you're competitors. My goodness. All right.
Horvat.
Um,
Even Brian messes up her name. You get a pass, Danielle. You get a pass.
One comment
Actually,
said that I
so
wasn't
nice.
friendly. I wasn't friendly at the games.
Oh, well, I don't see it. Okay, well, let's give Jayson a little attention here. Jayson Hopper. Hey, did you make that meme of Jayson that you sent with the baby? And
I did.
Dude, that is
Ryan,
so good.
Ryan, that's your cue. That's
So
your cue.
good.
That is so good.
She's spent an entire day doing.
Oh, I
those things.
did. Oh, yeah.
She wasted
You're-
she wasted 24 hours trying to compare me to somebody.
You're
Are
right.
you-
You're right.
But
Are
was
you
it
not
worth
liking
it?
the pressure? What I'm hearing from you, Jayson, is that you don't like the pressure that that came the first year. That like ideally you'd like to not have that much pressure going into next year's games.
It didn't really affect me. I just wasn't the fittest in the world. Like there was just a lot of hype around me after I won the MAC, and
I don't think it was just that
think-
you won the MAC. It was how you won it. It was
And
how you
I
were winning
think- I
events. It
think-
was the people you were beating.
I think
yeah, but,
Jayson
like-
had a lot of hype for himself too.
What do you mean?
yeah, when I won the MAC,
Like FaceTiming you naked, like stuff like that? You mean that kind of
No,
hype?
like what did Justin say you were saying, Jayson? Oh, all these workouts are good for me. Did you think all the workouts were good for you?
No, I thought when the ones that were released before the game started were.
I see what you're saying. So people were believing him, and then he, instead of saying, well, we'll see, he's like, yeah, you're smart to believe in me. I'm gonna fuck these workouts up. I'm the shit. Like that. Like so he ran with it a little bit, you're saying. Okay, that's
I
fair.
think so.
Me?
Okay.
I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see.
You
I
know,
don't
we
see- I
should
don't
we
see
should
it.
have
I
we
don't
should
see
have
it
got
at
Justin on here. We should have got Justin on here.
Justin's coming on the show Sunday.
Oh, love it.
Was this what it was
Put
like
him
with
and
her
Jayson.
Hopper the entire week? She just grind. She just slowly
Well,
she's
well,
like
hopefully
termites
he'll-
just slowly eating away at you.
Hopefully he'll come on Sunday. Last week we were supposed to have someone on Sunday that didn't show.
That's right. That's right. Last Sunday we did. I think Medeiros is gonna. And you know what's funny? So we tried to
Hopefully he
reschedule.
knows his time zone.
Justin Medeiros is watching this 100%.
We tried to skip. I asked Hopper if he'd come on the new show, and he's like, no. And then Danielle was going to come on this Sunday, but we didn't hear back from her. So yesterday, I was like, told Matt Souza, the producer, I was like, dude, push her off a week and get someone else. We can't wait. We can't have her fucking flake on us again. But you really didn't flake on us. In your defense, you were cool. It was a time zone error, and
It
a lot
really
of people
was.
have made that mistake.
I was actually surprised you even committed to that, knowing that you were traveling.
Well, I was stoked because I was just gonna have Jayson hop on with me, and it was gonna be fun. It was gonna be a surprise 2-guest appearance.
You think
You
I
know,
wanted to
I
be
was
on? You
excited.
think I wanted to be on the Sevan podcast while I was in Miami?
Hopper, did you use the underdog mentality as fuel at Clemson as a walk-on? I asked you because you get a lot of attention after the MAC. It's a good question. Jason Watkins.
Yes. I like being the underdog. So when Brian started hyping me up, it was my downfall. So thanks, Brian. Thought we were friends. Like I said,
I thought you were.
don't put me in the top 10 next year.
Come on, man. You got to be stronger than that. Don't let my rankings affect you too much.
It doesn't affect me. It affects somebody else. For their good. So don't do that.
Are you does it feel different? Do you feel different this year already? At this time last year, do you feel better, fitter, smarter, wiser, in a better place this year than you did last year? Like, are
For
all
sure.
the metrics going in the right direction?
Yeah, I think this time last year, I was really motivated at this time last year because I missed out on my sanctional, and then I just saw I watched the games, and so it was very, very motivational for me at this point last year. So very hungry, and so but at the same time, I still feel the same way now, and so I'm excited.
Oh, and what do you mean you still feel the same way now? Motivated, or feel like you can still dominate? What do you mean?
Both. Like I'm excited. I'm excited for what the future holds.
And the things that were your weaknesses at the game this year, do you have outline plans to attack them?
Yeah.
Like very specifically? Like, hey, I'm going to do handstand walks over obstacles every Monday at 3 p.m.? Like, how specific is it?
Well, that's not really up to me.
Wow. Okay. And who is the guy at the HWPO that you'll be working closely with? His name?
Matt Frazier and Jake Marconi.
Wow. And
My
basically,
boyfriend.
even though Danielle's trying to pretend like she's part of that too, we know she's not, because she's just not. She's just pretending.
Right, I'm just not.
Is there anyone else?
Not that I know of.
Wow. I this is like so exciting. And is there are you guys going to share this with the world? Is there going to be filming and reporting and documentation of this whole process?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, unless when I go up to Vermont, they have someone filming. But apart from that, I don't plan on showing people what I'm doing or whatnot.
Well, it could even be released afterwards, right?
I'm sure it will be released. The HWPO Pro.
Don't rank me in the top 10 coming from the same guy who was like, I'm undefeated on the Sevan podcast prior to the games, Josh Nesbitt.
Who was that? Who was that?
You don't want me reading from the comments?
Who was that?
A gentleman named Josh Nesbitt.
I like you, Josh. No. Let me rephrase what I said. The only reason I don't want to be in the top 10 isn't because for my sake. It's for the person who used that to his advantage. Like,
right.
I don't care if he put me in the top 10, but I know that pissed somebody off, and he ended up winning. So don't do that again.
Are you
I
going
think
to
he was less pissed about where you were and more pissed about where he was.
No, he was pissed, dude. We talked. We had an hour conversation, and he's gonna listen. He's gonna listen to this podcast later because he's listened to all of them so far.
Well, next year I'll put everyone where I think they belong. I'm not going to take his opinion or yours into consideration. I'll just take your performances.
Brian's talking all tough now. When fucking Justin knocks up at his apartment door in Chicago, and Brian looks through the peephole, he's gonna run to his computer and move that shit around. Hold on, Justin, coming. Hold on.
I don't know what he wants. I mean, he had a great result, the best result he could have hoped for, and I've said publicly since then, until someone beats him, he's the guy to beat right now.
He's the champ. So show some respect, Brian. Put the rankings the way Justin wants them. Matter of fact, you know what? Before we release any more shows like that, Brian, send over all your paperwork to Justin.
Usually,
top
Ryan's
kids,
not going to like that. Usually, Ryan's the only one who gets to see him before the shows.
Right.
I referred to him as the champ the whole weekend. So,
How did Fraser feel about that?
he wasn't around, but I called Justin. I think he got so aggravated that I kept calling him the champ that he was like.
Well, I think he'd also get aggravated when you would say that you're going to beat him.
I did say that.
Hey, do you think he's going to beat him, Brian? Just off the top of your head, do you think he's going to beat him? Do you think Jayson's going to beat Justin?
What event?
At the games next year.
No.
I think the guy who took 18th this year is going to beat the guy who won this year.
Too early to say. Well, I'm excited to see what happens at Rogue. There's going to be a really, really competitive field at Rogue. It'll obviously be less events than the games, but I think we'll see how the off season goes, and then.
See, Brian, this is where you get me into trouble right here. This is where.
What?
You piss off the wolf.
I'm not going to answer a question about next year's games 10 months away.
You just need to say no, like there's no shot, and it'll be all right.
Jason, why don't you want Justin pissed? Why does he scare you so much?
He doesn't scare me at all. I'm just saying, like, I don't want him to have any sort of an advantage.
Fuel? That's not an advantage.
Yeah. Like you said, fuel. If he has fuel, then he's going to be better than if he didn't have fuel.
Find some fuel for yourself.
I have plenty of fuel. 19th. That's plenty of fuel.
Well, don't be so worried about Justin then.
I'm not worried about him. I just don't need him thinking.
You think he's going to make any trips up to Vermont?
Yeah. I mean, he's boys with Matt.
That doesn't bother you that you guys are both getting advice from the same guy?
No. We have different strengths and weaknesses. Like, we're very, like, everything he's good at, we're just very like opposite guys, and so like the advice he's going to be getting is like something I probably don't need as much, and then the advice I'm going to be getting is something he probably doesn't need as much.
At least in the realm of like physical training. Does
Yeah.
Fraser? Do you think spending time with Fraser helps you out in terms of a mental approach to a competition or workouts or training? In a
Yeah.
similar capacity to the physical, or is there one that's more important for you than the other? Spending time with him.
I think both are pretty equal. We hung out at the games before the games a lot, and then during the games, and most of that, I mean, he wasn't going to be able to help me physically during the games, and so much of our conversations were around like the mental approach, and so yeah.
John George Bryan is crushing it.
He's very smart mentally.
It's a tight ship, right? There's no leak. That's the thing with Fraser. There's no leaks. There's no holes in his boat.
Yeah.
You don't
He's
even
smart.
know if he's smart or not smart because that thing is a fucking safe. I mean, he is a guarded. That thing is a safe. So someone said something interesting. He's sabotaging Jayson. That would be awesome. Jayson, I bet you if you like took a hit of weed or ate some mushrooms, you'd get some paranoid delusions that fucking Matt is actually trying to sabotage you for Justin Medeiros.
One person
Just
in the
take
comments,
a big bong rip and let's talk about that.
one person in the comments said that he talked to a games athlete and they said I was unfriendly.
Yeah.
Were
You're
you?
really dwelling on that one comment. Anyways, I gotta go.
That
I gotta go
one-
to coach classes. It was great seeing you guys, Sevan.
Really? What?
Bye, Brian. I'm
Oh,
really
Sevan
glad
knew
that
I'd
you're
have to do
leaving.
that.
Thank you,
I'm
Brian.
sorry.
Thank you, Brian, for being smart. And Jason's bummed because you were giving him more attention than you were giving Danielle, and now you're leaving. So it's back
Brian,
to the Danielle
are
Brandon
you really
show.
leaving?
I have to go. I'm sorry, guys. I got a
Don't
class
go.
at the gym. There's
Don't
no one
go.
else there. I gotta go open up.
Why didn't we start this earlier then?
Because I came from a class to this podcast.
I prefer to start at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
But great to see everyone. See you around.
Bye, Brian.
Jason, were you mean to people at the games? Is that
No.
correct? Are you saying that that's correct? Yeah, I am an asshole. Don't ever talk to me again. Or are you saying that, hey, come on, be cool. I'm nice.
I was not mean to anybody. I wasn't really talking to many people. I was in my own head most of the time.
It's kind of a weird place to judge someone on their behavior,
Yeah.
I know, like, geez.
right?
Ask Danielle how many times I've crushed her in card games this weekend.
So wait, I will. 1 second. Someone just said, I'm waiting for Brian to walk out the door behind Danielle. That would have been crazy. That would have
You
been
did.
amazing.
You saw me close that door at the beginning of the podcast, didn't you?
Oh, that would be amazing. What card games did you play, and were they competitive? And did Danielle ever beat you?
We played 2 games that I was introduced to that I learned, and
I learned one of them as well.
okay, she learned one of them. I learned both of them, and one of them was Exploding Kittens. You ever play?
No.
You ever play?
And then Monopoly Deal. Monopoly is like Monopoly, but it's in card game form.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
pretty
really,
fun.
really, really fun. Really fun. Both of these games were equally amazing, like really fun. But I would say, they brought out like who you are in different ways. And so if you lost in one
So
game,
basically, what he's trying to say is during Exploding Kittens, there was many ways to cheat. There's obviously many ways to cheat in games, and it showed us that Jason
gonna call me a cheater?
really believes in the mentality of if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Whatever that stupid quote is.
are you calling me a cheater?
Oh, remember when he just straight up looked at Justin's cards and grabbed them and looked at it and then stole it.
I did not. I did not do that. All right. So we played a total of 6 times. Danielle, how many times?
We played way more than 6 times.
Okay.
Go on with your story. I'm
Well,
listening, Jason.
I can't tell you the truth because she's going to shoot down everything I say. 'Cause-
Okay, you played 6 times, and the games bring out different characteristics of the people.
Yes. I saw Danielle when she gets pissed over card games, dude. Pissed. Like, I'm going to leave the room pissed. Like, she got mad.
I'm competitive. I don't like losing.
Hey, is she equally competitive with the men as the women? You know how like some women are just like really fucking competitive with men? It's like, Jesus, like everything is like about sex, like man versus woman. It's about,
Oh no, I'm not like.
or is it she just wants to equally beat down everyone?
Yes, I'm not like a
The latter. The
girl
latter?
power.
Yeah.
And,
Okay, good. I prefer the woman who likes to beat down everyone.
yes.
So what happened? So, but you won and she couldn't handle you beating her, Jayson?
No, it wasn't Jayson. It was just
I won many
there was
times.
some cheating, there was some inconsistency in rules that just really bothered me. So it made me pissed because it was affecting my performance and whether or not I could win or not.
Who taught you guys the games?
I already
Tola-
knew the
Tola.
Exploding Kittens, but Tola taught us the Monopoly one.
Sevan Tola was my favorite guy out of everybody there.
Did we see a picture of him, Ryan? Tola?
He's
I like Tola.
what is he? What's his ethnicity?
No idea.
Sounds like some islander name. Tola?
Is it Islander? I don't think it's Islander.
Did he wear a
He's
sand
like-
skirt?
It's like African. Didn't he say that? Do you
It's
remember
not.
him
It's
talking
not.
about-
I don't think it's Armenian.
No idea.
I forget.
Someone asked, is Tola a guy or a girl? I'm pretty sure Tola's
guy.
a dude.
Yeah.
He trains with the Underdogs crew. He trains with us. He's from Boston.
Oh,
He was
isn't
on-
that
he was-
interesting?
he-
So
he
the
was on the
person
gym
you
with me.
were the person you were most contentious with, Jayson, was Danielle, but the guy you liked the most. Oh yeah, that guy's on the demo team, right?
Yes. Oh, he was. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I heard good shit about him.
Tola's awesome.
But you liked he. Oh, thank you, Paul. I think he's an Islander. Yeah. I mean, that sounds like an Islander name. So you liked Tola the most of everyone there, and Danielle the least of everyone there.
Yeah, you could say that.
That's fair assessment.
Really? You were my favorite, Jayson.
You can't win, dude. You can't even pick a fight with her, dude.
She's lying.
I'm not. I'm not. When I got
called-
home, I was so stoked. I said such nice things to you before you left, and you just want to forget about all of it.
She called
That's
me.
crazy.
She called me the most immature there. She called me
Oh, I
a
did?
baby.
Because did
Right,
I call you a baby?
She said this right here. I won the game, and then it was supposed to be me up first, and Tola said, let the youngest go first, and I wasn't the youngest one. Justin is, and she says, let the most immature person go first, and then she said me go.
The person who acts the youngest.
Yeah, that right there.
Hey, what did you say? What did you say at the end of the game? You don't know. I don't know what my favorite Danielle is when she's really competitive and mad, or what'd you say? Do you remember that comment? You were like, I don't know what Danielle I like better.
Oh, I said, this is what made her leave the room. I beat her.
She left the room?
She left the room after this comment. I said, I don't know what I like better, me winning or Danielle losing. And she got pretty mad.
And she was out. It's too bad you guys aren't competitors. That would be awesome.
I
Oh my
know.
goodness.
Because
I love it.
when she loses, it's like very evident. Like you could see, she gets mad.
Hey, you know who
It's
got
energy.
equally as mad? Justin.
Yeah, Justin gets mad too.
It was like looking at myself in the mirror. He was like, don't talk to me. Don't push me right now. Nobody wants to push the fittest man on earth, yet everybody wanted to push Danielle that night.
Oh,
Oh,
really? Is
what do
it
you
is
mean?
it
I was
really? Are you
pushing the
guys
whole time.
joking or is it really serious like that?
Oh, that was for real. I was getting mad and competitive, and everybody was, picking at me, picking at the beast. And Justin got mad, and nobody wanted to push it too far.
I wasn't pushing him.
Not as much as you were pushing me.
You think that Jayson is intimidated by Justin?
No, I think. No, I don't know.
Wow, that's not too often you hear Danielle's censor. Come on, you heard her editor turn on for a minute. You don't get that very often. That must have been something good. That must have been something good. Danielle, Brian, Jayson, we're wrapping this up. Is there anything else you want to say? We've been here. I know you guys have training to do. We're an hour and 26 minutes into the show.
I really
awesome.
enjoyed this. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. And Jayson, I consider you a friend.
Friends.
I'm not buying it. We'll have a round 2. Jayson, congratulations. I'm super excited on the HWPO thing. No shit, seriously. And make sure that you're nice to Danielle when she just periodically shows up there and is training with you.
We're nice to each other.
All right. She's
Guess what? I bought those board games.
You did? I was gonna,
Wait, they're board games?
I was gonna
Or
get them
card
for you for your birthday.
You didn't even know when my birthday was.
It's tomorrow. Yeah, you told everyone in Miami.
I ordered them when I left. I was in the airport. I got them on Amazon Prime, and they are in my living room right
Get
now.
the expansion pack for Exploding
did.
Kittens.
I did.
Oh, good.
Jayson would beat Justin in an MMA fight, get Brian on the co-ed rankings, and I think that's the last 2 comments.
Love it.
Thanks, guys. This was good. This was good.
All right.
This is a good test run.
Get Justin's point of view of everything on Sunday.
He will,
Let's
yeah.
Just get Justin and Jayson on the same one.
Okay, yeah, we should do that. Do you want to be on that one too?
Oh, I'd love to.
You'll
Even if I'm
referee
just-
it?
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
I think he's a little aggravated with me.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
they didn't end the night well.
You didn't?
Didn't.
They didn't.
God, I love this show. We're like becoming like the TMZ of CrossFit. Hey, do either of you guys watch the UFC?
A little bit, yeah.
We watched Jake Paul.
Yeah, we did.
But do you watch? So this weekend, and then Ryan, then we can leave after I promote this. There's a guy named Paddy Pimbleton, Paddy the Daddy, and he's fighting on the main card as the first event, and he's from the UK, and people are saying he's going to be the next Conor McGregor. And I've been DMing with him, and I really hope he does an interview with me today. I'm dying to know his background. But he's from Liverpool, and he's going to make he's going to explode on the UFC scene this week, or not, yeah. But he's awesome.
I see him.
Yeah,
I see him.
Paddy Pimbleton. His hair's crazy, right? He looks like one of the Beatles.
Yeah, Paddy the Batty.
Paddy the Batty. Yep.
Love it.
All right. Hopefully he'll come on later today.
I hope so.
Jayson,
too.
thank you.
This was fun.
Danielle, thank you. Did you really have fun?
I
I
did.
had a blast.
I really enjoyed
Let's do it again.
Oh man, I can never tell if you're harder to read than me, Jayson.
Let's do it. Let's do a monthly podcast.
Hey, dude, you're gonna want to be on the news show. The news show is gonna transcend CrossFit, and it's gonna be fucking huge. I'm telling you, Hobart's the shit.
Does that mean I need to get caught up on all the news?
No, you don't have to do shit. We sit there and he'll give us like 20 news events and he just talks about them. Like he'll be like, say something like, the world's largest cruise ship was just made and it set sail for the first time and it serves 3,000 burritos a minute. And then like, that'll be the news article. And then we just talk about it. Danielle will be like, I love burritos. And I'll be like, I've never been on a cruise. And then we move to the next story, COVID spreads wildly over Israel. And I go, where's Israel? And Danielle's like, you dumb fuck. You don't know where Israel is? I mean, that's the show.
Okay. All right. Well,
You don't have to do shit. Like Hobart does the work and we just chime in like know-it-alls and pundits. It's so awesome.
All right. The next one, count me in.
We already got Medeiros this week. Then we got Danielle the following week. You went to the end of the line by telling me to fuck off yesterday. Jayson can't fight. He got beat up in high school all the time. Trey Mitchell.
Oh my gosh.
Is that one of your friends? Please tell me that's one of your friends.
That is one of my friends.
Oh, good.
It's his bachelor weekend this weekend. I actually bought those card games so I could take them up there. We're going to the mountains.
You should stop doing shit like that, dude. You went to a bachelor party a few weeks ago. You're going to another one. I'm telling you, you are distracted, and I see it.
Yeah, he wouldn't even go out with us in Miami though. So
Dude, we're training there, bro.
Seth Duvall, we love Danielle. What do you mean we, Seth? Just say it. You love Danielle, pussy. No, I love Seth. He's a good dude.
be straight up.
Yeah, just be straight up. All right, guys. Thank you.